Hey everybody, welcome back to Skyhome. Man, overwhelming, so much to do. I've been sitting here for a bit looking at everything saying, where do I start? I've got so much I want to do, so much that needs to get done right away, and then just things that I just want to do that probably could wait, but I won't end up waiting. It's just how I am. So let's jump into this. Let's go down here. We're a couple floors down. This is where the farm is going to be. And what I'm thinking about is trying to think about the stockpile. I want to have one big area where I can bring just about everything. And we can get very organized with it, but I don't think initially it's going to be all that organized. Now, I talked about coming down to the stone level, that kind of being the main level where rooms and all that will be. And I still think that's a cool idea. But what I was thinking was that on this floor where work can be done and where the the workshops will be, where the great hall will be, the stockpile doesn't necessarily have to be on that floor. It can actually be, for example, one above it. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's move this over and start designating an area here. We're going to designate to mine an area, and I think we'll go ahead and use the box select. I think what'll happen is we're going to do kind of a 3x3 path into here, and we're going to make a big room, something along these lines. Now that's not quite big enough. I think the stockpile areas end up needing a lot of space, but I'm thinking that this can be kind of a stockpile area for everything except for garbage, corpses, stuff like that, but also not having stone or wood there. This can be kind of all of the other things, and I might do a separate area for stone and wood, and then basically put the mason and the carpenter and stuff like that directly below where the wood and stone stockpiles are. So it's basically a walk just upstairs to get any materials that they need. And then the other guys, the other workshops can be underneath the primary stockpile, or somewhat near it or something. But anyway, let's think about this a second. If I dig out some more of this, make this a bit bigger, and then I can actually have the wood and everything next to it, right? So trying to think, what I'll probably do is if we come down a level, when you come down to this point, and if we're saying that this is where the dwarves are going to live and be housed and all that, it could be that this side is kind of designated for the work area, and this side kind of spreads into some other stuff, and it makes sense because there's much more room over there. So this could be the work area essentially. I think that could work out okay. So let's make a bigger area here. Now, I don't know. One thing I don't know is about support. I know that I had in one of my worlds that I was kind of messing around with, I had a really big open area and it wasn't a problem as far as like wall support or anything, but I don't know, just for fun. Let's call it for fun. We're going to remove the designation in a part of this area, and basically we'll act like a column, right? I think that could work. We'll come in a few into here, something like this. So we'll kind of pretend that we've got columns in there for support. So maybe even if there does need to be support, maybe this here is still too big of an area, but I don't know. So anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. Let's go ahead and make some more area though. Let's go ahead and dig, and I can turn the box model back on. And I think we'll do kind of another 3x3 over to here. Not that these rooms have to be separate, and I don't think they will be. I think we're going to go something like this. That could work. So you can actually move into this area, and I think this could be, I'm trying to think, of stone and wood. There's probably going to be quite a bit of that. In fact, let's just do this. So if we open up this whole area, and then we back this up even more, this is going to be a lot to dig out. This might be overkill, but if you think about what's at the very top, right? If you think about just how much wood we have up here, so much wood, and obviously we're going to burn through that, but we're going to end up with a lot of stone as well. And I would just like to have a lot of that down here. So I suppose it doesn't matter if I can't bring all the wood down here. If I have a good chunk of it, it's probably fine. If I don't have enough room for stone, we can always extend things. So maybe that's okay. Let's go ahead and designate another column, some more columns here. I don't know, something like that. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. If nothing else, it just looks kind of cool, right? So there we go. That would be this area, and then of course we would have the areas directly below them to work in. So let's think about that, because basically when we come down here, we want to have a number of workshops. Let's see. We're still on the. Let's turn the box model back on. Move this into here. Oh, right, I have to. That's removing designation. It's not doing anything weem. Something like that. We'll also bring this one into here. And then I could just do another big wide open area and then basically put the different workshops in here as I see fit. I'm not really planning this all that well, am I? I'm just kind of doing this. So I am up to, this would kind of fall under that area above. And we do need a 3x3. In some cases, they actually say like a 5x5 is good, so that you have the 3x3 for the workshop plus one tile wide around it all. So anyway, this would leave us a 3x3 with a 1 and still leave the path at the middle. Or we could obviously just kind of do, you know, multiple workshops next to each other, kind of fill this area out and not worry about how symmetrical it is. Yeah, I don't think that'll last long. Let's see. We want to go up. So we are here. So if I did something like this, it would mean I could have a 3x3 for a carpenter, a 3x3 for a stonemason. I could go one more deeper. I could go up from here. Just kind of depends. If I did like a 3, 4, 5, something like that, that means we could do a workshop here, here, and here. I think we'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. And then what I'll do is, I think we'll just go ahead and connect these rooms up like this. It's not pretty, but it works. I think it'll work. And then of course we've got all of the other things, right? We want to have a great hall and all of that. Now I think the great hall, what we'll do is we will allow it to be kind of the hub. So basically when you come downstairs, you would step into the great hall, right? Kind of a big area. And it doesn't have to be super massive. It doesn't have to kind of be the same size as the workshop areas or anything, but I do want it to be pretty large. And then what we can do is connect rooms off of that. So pretty much wherever anybody needs to go, they go through the Great Hall, because it is going to be the area within which they congregate. So I think, looking at this, I think we're going to leave it at this for now. Maybe I'll make the Great Hall one bigger, and then we'll connect it with a path through there. So I think we're going to go ahead and resume and allow a lot of this digging to begin. Start digging this out. That's going to start gathering us some stone. It also means that we can start getting the area going here for stockpile and everything. And I think that'll work out pretty well. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and back this up to the top. So we're going to get that dug out, and we'll get our stockpile set. That means we can start moving things around. I really want to get these guys off of here, and so once I have the stockpile and things get moved, then I can break the wagon down, bring the animals in, just make sure that we don't really have any of this left over out here. I think I have a basic understanding of how that works, mostly dealing with stockpiles and everything. So I think we should be good at that point. Okay, I've got a number of ideas going here, as always. And I changed some things up. So what I decided was that I'm going to do the stockpile on this level, on the soil level, and then the next level down, instead of it being workshop and then Great Hall over here, this will just all be workshop area, and then down one from that, this will be the Great Hall and the living area and all of that. So the work will be taking place above. I suppose if they're trying to sleep, they'll be hearing hammering above their heads, but that's okay, they'll have to deal with that. Now, unfortunately, I've only got Jacob and Kalohe who can do some digging right now. I looked through our inventory and we have just 2 picks, so they're the only ones that can really do that right now. It hasn't been taking too long, but you can see this is Jacob over here, just cranking away. I actually don't know where Kalohe is. He might be, oh, Kalohe's up here, digging this away. So anyway, he's clearing out the stockpile area, Jacob's clearing out the work area, and then we will dig this out for the living area in Great Hall. But let's jump up to the farm and get this started. Now, I'm going to be trying to go off memory. I set up some farms, but I didn't really do anything with them. I just kind of learned, okay, here's how you put a plot down. So let's see if I can remember how this goes. I did look, and I did find it was in building, and then it's in here. It's like, is it just F? I don't quite recall. And I always have a hard time finding stuff. There we go. farm plot, P for plot, I guess. So let's go ahead and hit P. Says it's blocked, okay, because it's setting it right there. And looking at this, I can see it's change the height and width and everything, and then we can place it. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to select here. Wait a second, that just placed it. I didn't get to choose my size. I guess I needed to do that first. I don't think I can cancel that or anything. Let's see, remove building. I think they then have to... Oh wait, it hasn't been started yet. So yeah, I should just be able to hit X. Okay, cool, it's gone. Let's try that again. B, P. Okay, cool. And then before I do anything, don't do anything, Ween. We need to change the height. And you can see U and M. So we can use U to extend that. And then we can make the width bigger with K and H, but let's just go ahead and leave it at that for now, and I can use my arrow keys to move this around. I seem to recall from the tutorial I watched, you want to keep the plots kind of small. I think he did like these 3x1s like this. So let's do that, and we might as well start it over here near the stairs. So let's just go ahead and place it, and then what do we do next? We can select it, and I think we just have to wait for that to get made, and then we can, I think at that point we can plan what gets farmed there. I think that's how that works. So we can resume. So hopefully somebody will come down here and get that started. There you go. We've got Sticks down here. Sticks, I guess, is the resident farmer. So if we select this, there we go. We can see we have no seeds, and that reminds me, we should have been working on this a while ago. Looking at the list here, my list, the flowchart has the dig and the chopped trees and everything. And I'm trying to find, where do they tell you to actually send people out to start gathering plants? I actually don't see that immediately here. But because I was so focused on that list, I didn't even think about that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back up here and get some people gathering things. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. And I'm trying to think of where we'll do that. I think we'll just do that over here. So let's do that. We're going to designate an area to gather plants in. So that's P. And then I have box select on. That's great. And I don't want to get too close to the water. I'm scared of water after an incident in my first world. Let's see. So I want to go to maybe like here. So that selects those plants. And then why don't we do that over here as well? So designate, and it was P to gather plants. And we'll select a large area over here. Okay, so that'll get some plants going for us. I think that'll work pretty well. Back that out, and that's going to get seeds. Let's go ahead and resume, and then we can actually designate what the farm plots will be down there. Let's move down here, and let's place another set of these. So we want B, P, if we recall correctly. We want U, and then we'll move this, and we're going to put this, place that there, and you know what? Let's do another one. Why not? B, P, increase that, place that there. So we've got like 3 of these laid down. I don't know that we'll have enough seeds to really even do 3, but I think that'll be good for now. We'll get those going. Let's go back to the top. Okay, actually, I forgot if I can select this from here. Let's go down. Okay, so we still have no seeds yet. And you can get really complex with this. You can actually choose certain seeds in different seasons. So in this season I want to plant this, and in this season we'll do that. It's really, really in depth, really cool. Okay, so these guys were digging, and Chloe actually dropped down to the next level and started helping Jacob with this area down here. But I really want this area cleared out because I want to get the stockpile started. I don't want to wait for them to dig everything out. So you can actually prioritize this stuff, which I just did, and I've left a few more here so I can show you. But basically, if I go to dig and I'm set to mine, you can see that the priorities are showing up now because I had changed it. So I'm actually on a 1 priority, meaning they're going to do that first and foremost. In fact, when I unpaused the game, they ran right up here, and you can see they've got this selected, so they're ready to go. Otherwise, 4 is kind of the default. So I'm going to actually go through here and select those, change those to 1s, and now we should be set. If I resume this, I keep escaping too far back. Now you can see the 2 of them are working together to clear all of this out, which is really cool. And the cat is there to help. So anyway, I'm going to get all of this cleared out and get to put the stockpiles down here in a second. So I can actually start because I've got an open space here. So actually, how did this get missed? Let's pause this a second. Okay. Somehow that didn't get dug out. Let's do this. Come around here. We'll leave... Oh, I think it's because of the way the walls just happen to come around there. That's okay. We're going to dig that out as well. Yeah. Oh, and see there I go too far again. Let's go ahead and resume that. So there you go. We're going to dig all of this part out as well. It looks like I dug the column out on this side, but hey, nothing's collapsing, so we're good, right? I will leave these other ones in, I don't know, just because. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's get the stockpile going. So we're going to go to stockpile, and this is going to be going off memory again as well. I think I want a custom stockpile so I can get very specific about what's going to go in here. Now, another thing to consider is that I do want stairs, though. I do want the stairs to drop in there. So maybe I'll pop some stairs in right now just to get that set. Let's do that. So we want to designate, we want stairs down. I don't think you do up downstairs when you've already got a floor cleared. So let's do that. J for down, and we're just going to put these, maybe I'll put them next to columns here, and then, so I want one there, I want one here, and we'll do one here. Is that going to be good enough? Let's think about that. Yeah, I mean, that's not too far to have to walk or anything, so that's cool. And then we've got that on #1 priority, so they should get to that, and hopefully. But where did they go? Maybe they're resting or getting a drink or something. That's probably what's happening. So you can see he's actually coming down and digging into here. Oh, okay, those are done now. So let's see. You can see the floor is kind of removed, the little floor piece there. And the stairs are a little bit weird for me. I actually had some issues before, and I know I was doing something wrong, and I watched a video on how the stairs kind of work, so I think I have a grasp on that. But it's interesting because you can see the icon looks like it's set here, soil stairs down, but over on the left we just have this kind of, the floor itself is gone. Every ground level and block has two elements. It has the block and then the floor itself. That represents kind of the whole block. So anyway, down here you can see it's the stone is revealed. So I think actually, now that I think about it, I think all the stair down does is pop the hole in the floor, because it's kind of, it initiates it, right? It starts it. It says I'm starting to go down, but you've got to take care of the rest down here. So the floor is revealed. So yeah, I think that's how that works. So what we need to do is we need to go to designate, and we need up down stairs. And I think up down is fine because it's going to go down to the next floor as well, which is cool. We're on box model, so I have to double click these. But I think that should take care of it. Once they get to that, obviously, we are going to actually have to designate this a bit more. Let's think. We're going to go to here. We'll be able to reach that one just fine. These are all priority 4. I'm just going to go ahead and change all of this to priority 1. Because it's still on that, and why not? I don't think they actually have anything else to dig, but that's fine. So we're going to go ahead and resume that. So anyway, they're going to dig this out. There you go. There's the stairs. Let's go up a level. So now you can actually see stairs down. Excellent. And I think that's kind of cool having those by the columns. So anyway, they're going to go ahead and dig this out. I'm going to let them do that, and we'll get all this area cleared out. And let's see, some migrants have arrived. You know what? We just got more dwarves coming in. Interesting. So let's actually pan up from here. They've appeared in just a pit somewhere. I'm going up, 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 up. This is just to the north of us, I think. I think that's where it's at. Yeah. So they're basically down in this pit. This is just like a valley. That's interesting. Let's go back down here. Down. All the way down in here. So it's like a valley of sorts. That's interesting. It does open up off the map over there, but anyway, that's cool. We're gonna get some more people. That means more mouths to feed. That's okay though. We want to help everybody that we can. So let's Let's get back over here. So anyway, I think we're going to leave it at that. We're kind of pushing up, running out of time here. We've got more dwarves that are about to come in. That could be cool. I have no idea how many. We'll find that out. We obviously have the stockpile area and work areas getting dug out, so plenty more to do there, along with the farming and millions of other things. I do want to thank you guys for stopping by, as always. I hope you are back here again in the next episode as we continue that stuff, but otherwise, I will catch you guys next time.